What's up, everybody out there in YouTube land? Rat251 here. Something a little bit, I do every once in a while to update it. Now, this is a new update for my gold making guide for World of Warcraft. This is not a get-rich-quick gold guide, okay, guys? This is just basically to get you a bit of extra gold so that you can make that threshold you need to buy your WoW tokens. And just, every month. So you can keep playing this game for free like I do. And, just a little tip here. In order to make the money in order to buy your WoW tokens every month at the WoW tokens current gold price, you need to make almost 4,000 gold a day. Okay, it doesn't have to be exactly every day, but it needs to average out to that. Okay, so I'm going to show you a bit here. First, I'm going to start with my rogue, and there are several things you can do here that give you a little boost. The rogue has one of the major ones. Okay, so after a 3-hour loading time, let's see, mission table, of course. A lot of people don't like it, of course, once again, but you got to do it if you want to make that gold. Okay, that's just rep. That's also part of the plan here. Now, as you can see, there are no gold missions right now, but there are a couple of rep missions. See, what you want to do, of course, reputation. Reputation is a must-have in this expansion, for not just for your main, but for every toon you have. Though the rogue was at the top, she's one of my most fun characters, but she's not my main. She's not my most powerful. Anyway, you want to get your rep up because each one of these things gives you like 4,000 gold every time you get one of these little bags here. So so you want to build up your rep, and believe it or not, the mission table, because these things aren't expensive, they're a great way to build up your rep relatively quickly. I usually start with whatever gives me the most rep first, and 200%. I recommend getting an add-on for the mission table so that you can just, do the one click and then boom, you're ready to go. Send them on the mission. It only costs 20, as you can see, over 3,000 this character. But don't expect to get that on any characters you currently have, because I did this back when you used to get a lot of war resources for emissary quests and shit like that. I mean, you got a ton of them. So I built up very quickly, but now everything's been nerfed so badly that you don't get nothing. Anyway, so there's another 200. Oh yeah, there's a rare that swims around the bay. So I send these guys out to get my rep, and that's basically all I would need. See, this is another thing you really should do, is the Tortolans. Yes, you want to do all of these emissary quests if you can on as many characters as you can, but the Tortolans are best because their world quests are very, very short. The only downside to the Tortolan world quests, this emissary quest, is that you also only need 3, and they're very short. The downside, however, is that these quest things, the world quests themselves, and of course the hub where you need to turn it in, right here at the what is it called, Seeker's Vista or whatever. Yeah, let's see if we can zoom in over here. Yeah, there it is, Seeker's Vista. When the emissary quest is up, this place is often swarming with Horde if you're an Alliance, and if you're Horde, it could be swarming with Alliance. All right, so I'm just putting that out for you guys. But because the Tortolan emissary quest is so easy, you can build up their rep very, very quickly and get your emissary quest bag with your 4,000 gold. And as you can see, it builds up pretty quick. 7 Legion is actually the quickest rep you can build up in this expansion, because you can just because of all the things you do, all the God, how do I say it? These quests here, the missions into the other zone, you can build them up. So this one, it allows you to build your rep up real quick. So there's that. That's a great way. There's another thing that a rogue can do. I can't really stress this enough because I've mentioned it a couple times in my last 2 videos. I'm heading back to Dalaran, as you can see. This is going to become a bigger pain in the ass later, because I don't know if you guys have heard, but all the portals in Dalaran are going to be gone. And instead, all we're going to have is a central hub in Stormwind that's just kind of portals to what is relatively just a few areas, which to me is just bullshit. But it makes the world seem bigger. It makes the world tedious because I gotta go on a 20-minute flight to get someplace for some obscure quest. I mean, outside of leveling, there isn't any reason to go to these places. It'd be different if they made them relevant, but they don't. Yep. Heading to the Rogue Order Hall. You guys should remember this while I'm doing this. However, there's a bit of a trick here that's been going on here lately. Get your ass over there. Run. Okay, here's Grifda. Yeah, I'll take those, thanks. Low level. And as you can see, Blizzard has nerfed it again. After they did the big Legion nerf, where they basically just screwed us over and took away all of our gold making abilities and all of our quests and all of our abilities and basically made the game completely not fun for like 2 months or a month or whatever until BFA came out, which it still wasn't fun for a while. And this got nerfed from... This used to be about 4,999 gold, 99 silver, and 99 copper, okay? And then they cut it in half down to about 2,500 gold, and now they've cut it into less than half of that. But this is still over 1,000 gold for something that is just really, really easy to do. All you need is 10,000 coins of air. As you can see, I have a shitload of them. They're real easy to get, okay? You just head... Let's see. You just head over here to Suramar. I recommend doing the Suramar quest line at least to the point where you have the mask so that you can disguise yourself and you can walk around this town. You just walk around the town, just basically in these areas right here. You normally start here in the Waning Crescent. Pickpocket the enemies around here. There's a few here and there. And then you travel up here to this area. Make sure I mean, if you're 120, I mean, even the most powerful demons ain't gonna be shit to you. So, and you got a decent gear, you can just bulldoze anything. But you don't want to kill everything. You want to pickpocket them and take all of their coins of air. It took me about... I was at this for about a half hour, and I got about 60,000 coins of air, which that was like about a month ago. So you only need to turn this... You can only turn this in once a week. But it's an extra 1,000-something gold a week, so that's totally worth it. Excuse me, a little bit of a burp there or something, I don't know. But this doesn't take long, and it's totally worth the time to do it on a rogue. So it's like nothing. So let's log out, and let's see if I can find the other point that you need to focus on to get more gold. Okay, as you can see, I have a bunch of characters, like only, well, 5 right now at 120, and I need to work on leveling up the rest of them. But you want to have as many max level characters because you want to stagger how you get the rep. I mean, you won't be getting like a bunch of those bags, you know, for reputation every day. But if you got it spread across, like I have 11 characters that I really work on. If you spread it across all of them, you will get that average of 4 grand, probably even more every day if you combine it, especially when you combine it with the mission table, where you get those are usually worth a little over 200 gold a pop. So, but once again, you know, you can get close to somewhere about 1,000 gold a day if you've got like 10 characters. Oh, what the hell? Okay. Yeah, see? That was about 240 gold I got out of that one, so not much to speak of. As you can see, I have on these newer characters, I have a much harder time getting these war resources. Okay, so yeah, okay, here it is. Here it is. See, this is what you really want to keep an eye out for. Is these ones that give you a reward of 2,000 gold. As you can see, I've already done it on all other characters but this one, because he's my lowest level, my newest 120. But spread across just my 5 characters, that's an extra 10,000 gold. That's a little. That's still only about a little over 2.5 days worth of gold that I needed. But trust me, if you add all these things together, it helps. You will build up your rep. You will build up your gold from all these things. That's why you need to have multiple characters working and doing their jobs. You know, bringing in those gold quests and stuff. Hell, if you've got more than one rogue, that would help too. You know, if you like to specialize each rogue to a specific specialization. I mean, some people do still from the old days when you couldn't have all the specializations all at once. Some people still have multiple of one class because they'd like to specialize in a specific thing. So, if you've got multiples of rogues, hey, you can do those Dalaran quests. So basically, this is all the things you need to do. I definitely recommend doing any of these emissary quests that reward war resources, because those are really help. And another thing is, let's see, well, from where we are coming up pretty soon. Yeah, this Tuesday, the World Quest event is going to be starting, and that is usually worth about 1,000 war resources. So that's a good way to get your war resources. There's all kinds of ways to get them. Just you're going to need to keep them up so you can keep doing your mission tables. I know I hate the mission tables. They're stupid. Well, they're here. And if you want to increase your success rate, you come here and you can buy these from this vendor. The Monolite Whetstone. It gives you a 5% increase of gives you a 5% success increase, and you're gonna need it, because I swear to God, I don't know if this happens with most people, but if you got a mission here, see, this is like 180, and even if it like 195%. I mean, I don't know if you guys know that much about math, but if you have a 95% chance of something, that's pretty much a guarantee. However, when I get 195%, about maybe 4 out of 5 times, it will fail. The 195% missions will fail to give me the secondary objective. You know, the bonus loot, the bonus gold, or the bonus rep. This happens more often, even lower levels, like 150. This usually succeeds more in the secondary objective than 195%. I don't know who at Blizzard knows how to do their damn math, but they need to go back to grade school, and they need to learn how to do math. Anyway. Alright, guys, also, one more thing to check out. One thing that'll help you guys earn some gold. Not very quickly, but it will really help. Okay, so here I am on my monk, Uguay, and this is what you really want to get your hands on. Right here, Bountiful Captain's Feast. A lot of people neglect some of the secondary professions, like cooking. Okay, but cooking can be very profitable, especially right now. Okay, Bountiful Captain's Feast, as you can see, it's kind of difficult to make. You need these midnight salmons, which you get randomly through fishing. You know, you can get them whenever, but as you can see, I got quite a bit. The rest of this stuff is pretty common. You can get it all over the place. You have to do some of your own cooking to make these two things. But this is just stuff you can get through skinning and killing beast-type enemies. There's a lot of places to farm this. These two, however, are kind of a bitch. And it doesn't matter which faction you are, these two are a major bitch. See, the red-tailed loach is actually only found in, let's see, where is it? Zandalar. And it's typically, the best place to get it is right here in Nazmir. And it's usually right around here. As you can see, you go down here, down through this river, and it goes around here, down here. This is where you'll find these red-tailed loach schools. However, the red-tailed loach is a rare spawn. Alright, and this area, you can often run into, you know, horde players ganking you and stuff. The river is also filled with fish that, you know, won't let you travel along the river itself. And the banks of the river often have crocodiles and shit that will jump you. You know, so it's a constant fight just to get to each school of fish. And it's a serious pain in the ass. And you need 15 of them. The only good thing is that the red-tailed loach schools, they usually drop anywhere from 4 to 5 of them per school. So it's pretty damn good. And you might want to build up the fishing. As you can see, I haven't built up my fishing yet. But that's only half of the pain in the ass equation. The other half of the pain in the ass equation is the Frenzied Fangtooth, which can only be found here in Kul Tiras. One of the best places to get it is right around here in Stormsong Valley. You'll use this little area right here, go down here through the river, up here through this little bay area, and all up here. This is basically the best area right here to find the Frenzied Fangtooth. You find them more often. Now, if you're a Horde player, once again, this is a pain in the ass. I mean, the Horde have a massive camp right here where they can come in and stuff like that. But this place is also very frequented by the Alliance, and you will get ganked no matter which faction you are. You're running into a Horde player or you're running into an Alliance player, whatever, you will get the crap kicked out of you. Because these are such good farming areas where you can get them, you know, pretty abundantly, this is why some people actually group up and hunt farmers. They look for farmers of either faction, so you can find them in either area, and they will jump you and just beat the shit out of you because they think it makes them really badass to gang up 6-on-1. You know, I don't very much care for PvP, but I get penalized if I don't go into PvP because all servers are PvP now. Oh, jeez. And if you don't play PvP, you get less experience, you get less rep, you get less gold, and you get weaker gear. So you have to do PvP now. Isn't that great? Fuck you. Alright. Alright, so that's pretty much it. Oh, by the way, these, the real reason why you want these things, the Battlefield Captain's Feast, one, raids will love you because it's the most powerful buff right now, food buff. It gives you a 100 in your primary stat. And on the auction house, even on a low pop server, they usually go for about 3,000 to 4,000 gold a piece. That's why the cooking recipe only ever makes one. So higher pop servers, the price may go up or down depending on how much people neglect cooking. People tend to neglect secondary professions like that, like cooking and stuff, even though it's one of the more useful professions. All right, so that, guys, is my little tips and tricks on how to make a little extra gold in WoW. I'm hoping that the gold in the mission table will be upgraded like it was in Legion to the point where it becomes self-sustaining. Just the mission table in and of itself becomes self-sustaining. But I wouldn't hold my breath. You know, because Blizzard seems to be bound and determined to screw over the players, you know. But basically this whole thing is about making as much gold as you can so you can play this game for free. I mean, me personally, I did some serious hauling ass back in Legion with the mission table. And believe it or not, as of me posting this, I'm paid through all the way up through next October. And I actually, those characters that you saw that were 110, each one of them has over 200 G of gold on them. So I can, that's like another, like, you know, another 10 months just off of that. So, you know, I really hoarded my money. So I'm hoping that over time that I will have enough, be able to make some gold to keep things going. Anyway, I hope you guys will also find fortune in your future. I hope that the mission table will be upgraded and that you can find any other little tricks. I know there's a lot of other tricks and people say, well, you can farm transmog gear here, or you can farm this mod gear here, and you can farm this. It goes for 70,000 gold. Yes, it does. However, you have to spend like 4 or 5 damn hours to farm that shit. I've done this on a few characters, trying to farm transmog gear and stuff like that. Even though it goes for a decent amount of gold typically on my server, I put up there, I even try to undercut the typical market value. Like, say I got a chess piece that's worth about 40,000 gold. You know, it was the only worthwhile thing I got after 2 hours of farming these mobs that I had to get over in Silithus. 2 hours of farming, and all I got was a chess piece worth 40 grand. Well, okay. So I go to sell it. At first I try to sell it just for the 40 grand. Doesn't. I put on a 40-hour timer. Doesn't sell. Put it on a 24-hour timer. Tried to sell it for 35 grand. Didn't sell. 30 grand. Didn't sell. It wasn't until I put the damn thing all the way down to 25 grand that it actually sold. And I put it on 30 grand twice. And it didn't sell. So don't give me that crap. Oh, it's worth this much. It's worth that much. No, the auction house is a total gamble. It's a casino, okay? The auction house is not a reliable place to make gold. Only like staple things will make you gold, like resources such as metal, herbs, and maybe some fish and food, as of course as the feast here will attest. But other than that, you know, when it comes to the transmog stuff, that's not a good way to make gold. All right, it just isn't. Anyway. I hope you guys enjoy this. I hope you found it informative. I hope you guys can get some useful information out of this, and hope I told you something you didn't know before. Also, one thing before I go, Blizzard's changes to this game. This is the greatest change right here. This right here, that plank they put there is great. This used to have a railing right here that went across this whole back right here. And you had to time the jump very specially to land on the edge of the railing and then jump again to jump over the railing just to get over here. Other than that, you had to go all the way down, go all the way around, and come back and right there. So, you know, wasting several precious seconds. But so, I just like to say that out of all the changes so far that they've made in 8.1, that's like the best change right there. So, I'll see you guys next time. Give this video a like and subscribe, comment on other things you want to see on this channel. And don't forget to share me on social media. Help this channel grow just like my main channel. Until next time, guys. Bye-bye.